I harvested some of the green loofah leaves to make some loofah leaf tea. It's supposed to be really good as anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, so we will see. Never made it before. This is my first time. I already washed these leaves and now I'm just setting them out to dry. I could put them in the dehydrator, or I can hang them. So if you have like a little rack like that, you can put them there. If you have a dehydrator like this, you can dry them in there. Or if you have something like this, you can dry them out like that. Out in the garden, and I wanted to give you guys a little update on what it looks like. A lot of cleaning up to do, as you can see, but I wanted to show you all of the loofah in this big bushel basket gourd that hung on through the storm. We are very grateful that this was the damage that we had. Nothing awful like you've been seeing on the news, I'm sure. So we're just very grateful here in East Tennessee. Have very little damage, and just praying for everybody right now who's dealing with really devastating effects of the hurricane. So we are just out here cleaning up and trying to save what we can, but not too bad overall. Show you. The kids came out here and were making the best of the mess and jumping in puddles with their rain boots and having so much fun. These little bugs, I thought they were squash vine borer bugs or whatever, but do you guys know what kind of bugs these are? Infesting everywhere. I heard diatomaceous earth could get rid of them, but yeah, those are like everywhere in the garden. So we're trying to figure out a natural way to kind of remedy that. But it is wild. Like they are getting into these, what I imagine to be like hard shells. Those little stinkers are really ugly looking. Look at that. They're making holes into gourd shells, which I think is so crazy. Some of you guys might be thinking, if you've never seen gourds before, you're actually supposed to let them dry out on the vine after they're dead, and they look like moldy and gross, and a lot of people actually throw them away, but you're not supposed to. It's normal for them to get moldy like that. You just wait until they're completely dried out, and then you just give them a little bath, and then you can do arts and crafts or whatever it is that you want to do with them. But here's my little nasturtium. Those are actually really good for deterring pests. Clearly not enough for my garden, but they're also edible leaves. You can put them in salad. So here's one of the dipper gourds, and then this one actually did not make it. You can see how it's like squished, so that one probably will just crumble. So that's not one you would want to save. You got to make sure the shells are really hard. This is my first year doing these kind of gourds, so I'm just telling you guys what I've read online, not really like from experience, so just keep that in mind. But I am really excited for them because they last forever, you know. Our wasp situation is still a situation, and we have tried every natural thing you can think of, and somehow these little guys are just thriving underneath, and I'm scared to know like what it looks like in this bed, mainly because I'm getting ready to plant all my seeds for the fall garden, and I'm scared to stick my hands in this soil. So guys, look at how many loofahs there are. We have 2 big ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I see right here, and then I'm a handsome stud of a husband coming out here to help me in the garden. Looking good. This tomatillo plant has got to go. So I asked Trav if he would assist me, and thanks for helping me, honey.
You were so sad to the bees.
No, honey, I'm not being sad to the bees. The bees have so much to pollinate. This green bean plant clearly has some sort of disease on it. I don't know what it is. My picture of this app has kind of been failing me lately, but I don't know what the little things are on here. So what I'm doing is I'm letting a lot of them kind of dry out on the plant, and then I'm just going to save the seeds and hope that they will work for next year. But I'm really excited to start planting the fall garden. Oh, there's so many squash bugs everywhere. You're going to see a lot of them. Also, it's so wild, like things on the like stems. If you look at the stems, when you pull them out, it almost looks like a bunch of little things growing off of the stem. And I don't know what it is all over. And they've been like that since it started growing. So I don't know if it's just like normal for it to look like that or what, but look at all these like tomatillos that have just fallen off the plant. Unfortunately, a lot of them are like little worms in them.
We got a really good harvest.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was so prolific and abundant.
Very happy.
Yeah. He really was. I'm excited to get that down because then we can see the cabbage and the eggplant that's growing behind it. Oh, look at all these clips. I just saw these for the first time. Oh, thank you. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys something because I feel like not enough people give the loofah plant credit. The loofah plant is one of the most underrated plants in the garden. And the reason I'm saying this is because every single part of the loofah plant can be used. And not only that, but there's so many different really beneficial uses, everything from medicinal uses to just like kitchen sponges or bath sponges. So I'll tell you, you can dry the leaves out, which I'm doing right now, and make tea. You can make loofah leaf tea, and it has a ton of really amazing benefits and medicinal benefits. Very anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. It's really good for digestion. It's good to clean your liver. So many good benefits from that. And it tastes like a green tea. And then you can also eat the flowers. You can eat the leaves actually and just use them for like wraps or for spinach. A lot of times when the leaves are kind of young and smaller, like this size, you can eat it like spinach. And then when the loofahs are about like this, the size of your hand, let me see if I can find one. A little bigger than that size. Maybe, let me find one. I probably have one I can show you. Yeah, like this size or like any of those sizes, you can eat it and you can saute it. People put it in their salads. And then also there's so many things that you can do with the loofah plant. So obviously if you let it grow out all the way, you can use it as a sponge. You can use the inside as like a toner, hair gel. You guys saw that video that I made with like the pulp. I've never seen anybody do a video talking about the pulp or even like on a blog or anything. So I really wish that people would do research on that because I know there's just like tons of benefits. So yeah, you can eat every part of it, and then you can also use them as sponges. And then on top of that, you can actually take the loofah leaves, dry them out and make them into a powder, and then add water to the powder to make a paste to make like face masks for like skincare. And then I've even seen people press the loofah leaves and get the oil out and use the oil for medicinal purposes. Oh wow, you got the whole thing out? Look at how like little the roots were compared to that how big that plant is.
I thought this was going to be really big and I was going to have to cut it.
Look at the roots, isn't that so wild? I bet you there's a lot of benefits for the roots of a lot of plants. So for sunflower roots are really beneficial. Gosh, that's so wild. Oh my gosh. Oh, so they're still in there. It's okay, you can just try to pull it out if you can.
Well, that other one, the whole root bundle kind of came through this.
Yeah.
But it's a little harder. Will it just grow back?
Oh, whoa, there's a big old eggplant right there that we can get. Oh, no. Yeah, grab that out. Look, there's a cabbage growing right here. Cabbage right there. And then look at that big old eggplant. Yeah. That's so cool.
I'll make a bunch of veggie dish tonight.
Yum. Very exciting. Goodbye, Tomatillo. Thank you for all of the fruit you gave us. Okay, sorry, I was talking about the loofah. So a study that has been well researched and done is that when you're done with the loofah plant, and if you're going to do this, make sure you read up on it because I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction with like an accidental mistake of something that I said. But I'm pretty sure you cut when the loofah plant is done, and then you put in a water bottle and this stem, I don't know if you put this part in or that part in, I can't remember, but basically you put the stem when the plant is done in a bottle to save the juice and water that comes out of the root. And that is supposed to have like, I don't know, I just know that they sell that skincare for ridiculous amounts of money. So it must be really amazing. I know in the Asian cultures they use it. It's very beneficial and very, very expensive. So if you have a loofah plant and you want to test out some cool skincare stuff, I would definitely try that. Gosh, this is like such an amazing plant for pollinators. So if you want to bring pollinators to your garden, this is definitely the way to do it. And obviously you need to have a lot of space, but even if you had like a balcony, if you got a good amount of sun, you can find a way to grow this, because you guys can see here, say you had a balcony, right? And it was like super small. Look, this is just from right here. So you just need something for it to climb on, and you can grow loofah on your balcony. It's just the coolest thing ever. It's hands down my favorite thing to grow. So you can see some more of the loofahs here. Loofahs growing up the roof. So even the seeds inside, you can roast them and eat them. You can replant them. It just, and I'm sure there's way more things that I'm forgetting to mention. So that's the size you would want to harvest, I think, to eat them. And then you can see they're just so prolific and they last a really long time. So yeah, I just think they're the coolest. But there's just so many benefits of the loofah plant, and I don't think people realize. I think people just think like, oh, loofah for sponges, which is what I thought for a long time. And then I started doing research and I was really pleasantly surprised by how many different uses you can get out of the loofah plant. So very interesting stuff. And it's so wild because I way overplanted my loofah, which is why there's so many stacked on top of each other, which is not good because you want airflow. But because I did that, there's literally loofah growing in secret hidden places. My tomato plant has just gone rogue. Poor thing has not gotten any love, but it has been giving us a ton of little cherry tomatoes, which we really love. All right, I'll bring you inside so you can see. A lot of these were growing like up on top of the arch and like kind of misshaped because of that. And here, look how I don't think you guys can tell on camera how huge this is. This is my hand. That's how big it is. It's probably like 3 feet long, maybe longer. I don't know. So here are all the little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at this guy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then here's the secret one I was trying to show you guys. 18. So yeah, there's like a ridiculous amount of loofahs, and I'm so happy because I was really sad at the beginning of the season because it wasn't really growing. It like waited till way later in the season to start actually getting flowers, and I just thought, oh man, maybe I'm not in a good area to grow them. And then all of a sudden just freaking popped up a million of those female flowers, and I am gonna be able to gift so many seeds and loofah sponges. So I'm really excited. I know a lot of you guys had asked if I was gonna sell them. At first I was just planning on giving away, you know, whatever extras I had and have people just pay for shipping. But I think at this point it might be kind of hard to do that because I've gotten way more messages than I could ever have imagined for people wanting to like buy the sponges. I don't know if it's because I grow them organically and maybe not as many other people grow them organic. I don't know, but anyway, I will maybe do like I did before and put them up on my Etsy shop if I have extra. If not, I'll just be like saving them for giveaways and for gifts and stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to share a little update on the garden and little garden tips and just, you know, learning about the loofah plant. We're going to be planting for fall, so I will definitely be making a video of cleaning up the garden and getting it ready for fall planting. Hopefully that inspires you to maybe go out and start planting something for fall too. All right, follow mom. Here we go on a little garden harvest adventure. Oh look, there's a corn. You want to harvest some corn? Right here. Got corn and strawberries and cucumbers. Right here. There you go. You can pull them off. This guy right here. You can twist them. Pull them off. Like this. Twist and pull. Pull. Pull, pull, pull hard. Like ready, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you did it. Do you want to open it up and see what's inside? It's corn. Wow. Look at that, bud. You grew your own corn. You want to take a bite?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get some of the strings off. And look, this looks like a good bite right here. Right there. Take a big bite. How is it? Super fresh and delicious? Put it in your net. Put it in our harvest basket. Nice work. All right, let's go get some more cucumbers, yeah? This one. You want to harvest this one? Doreen?
Yeah.
You want to harvest this one? Try to get some of the spikies off.
Why don't I get some spiky sauce?
So that it doesn't spike you. Okay, put it in your net. Go ahead and... This is a silly shaped cucumber. Look at this one. It's like round.
What?
See it? This one? Kind of silly shaped. All right. I think, wow, look at the cantaloupe growing. Our potatoes are ready to harvest. You want to just get one potato right now? Potatoes are really fun to harvest. And dig up this one. Look, Stormy. Look, bud. It's a potato. Okay, put in your net. Want to get another one? Look, there's a bunch of them right on top. When we dump this out, there's going to be a bunch of potatoes in here. And they're going to be delicious. They have lots of potassium in them. Okay, open your net.
I just want to do this.
Okay, good job. Nice work. Wow, I think there might be a tomatillo ready, some tomatillos to harvest. And I think we should harvest one of our loofahs while they're green. Because I like them harvest them when they're green.
Good job, bud.
What, you want to come harvest the green bean? With your hands, pull it from the stem. There you go, pull. Good job. You want to eat it or you want to put it in here? All right, let's grab a tomatillo and then we're gonna grab a loofah, some tomatoes. I think you ate all the strawberries, huh? So one of our subscribers gave me a recipe in the comments of her really yummy salsa verde, like chorizo. All right, come over here. We're gonna get a loofah, our first loofah of the season. All right, come close so you can see this, how huge these loofahs are. So massive. I don't know if you can see, but there are a bunch of loofahs growing inside the tunnel, but they're also growing outside the tunnel. For instance, there's one right here, and probably the biggest loofah I've ever seen in my whole entire life is this one right here. I don't know if you could tell how huge that is.
You have to put your arm next to it.
This is insanely big. Probably the biggest loofah I think I've ever seen in my life, and there are tons. Like, look, I was so worried I wasn't going to get any. There's one behind there, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see all the ones I'm pointing to, or not really? Anyway, I'm gonna harvest this big one because I want to show you guys.
And on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, it's massive. Ready, babe? Look, I'm gonna harvest it. Here we go. So usually people, you can harvest them.
No, it's a giant.
How big it is!
Put it in here.
All right. I don't know if that's. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Show everybody your loofah that you harvested. Whoa. Huge. All right. Can you smell it? What does it smell like?
Let's put it in here.
All right. Thank you so much for harvesting with me in the garden. Can you see it? We harvested a whole basket full of tomatillos, and we have been having tomatillos every day. We bring some in, so these were just a bunch that were ready to harvest on the plant. But how cool! There's so many, so I think I might try to can some of these. And then we got some loofahs, sunflower seeds, more cucumbers. Look how big this cucumber is. And then more tomatillos. So abundant. All right, here's our harvest from the past week. As you can see, very abundant and fruitful. And it just feels so good. It's so rewarding to be able to grow your own food and for it to be super nutritious and pure and just taste delicious. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.